oh, you thought lockdown was done. You thought the 5 months or whatever it was lockdown last year wasn't enough. You thought we were done with that. Oh, how wrong you could fucking be. Yeah, baby. 5 fucking days. How are we all doing? Welcome all to Mates Rates podcast episode 21. And yeah, Melbourne is back in lockdown, or shall I say, out of lockdown, because they just did the press conference. 5 days, in and out, one and done, get over and done with. So I might release this today, I might release this tomorrow when we have freedom again. But yeah, we did it. We did it 3 times. How many lockdowns have you done? That's what I thought. You didn't do any. Yeah, lockdown again. Third time round, as I said before. How was everyone's experience? It was a tough 5 days. I couldn't go to brunch with my friends. I couldn't go to the beach. Oh, life was hard. No, for real. No one likes lockdowns. It's obvious, but they don't do it for shits and gigs. You know, I'm not trying to get political here or anything for a sec. Let's just be real. The alternative to lockdown is having COVID. I'd rather be sitting on my ass for 5 days and not being able to work rather than have COVID and deal with 2+ weeks of being sick and possibly dying. So that's my opinion on it anyways. But yeah, five full days. Honestly, it only really clicked to me about yesterday that we were still in lockdown. I completely forgot, not because, I was off doing shit I shouldn't have. I'm introverted as fuck. I was literally just sitting at home doing what I normally do. Life felt pretty normal for me, but I can understand some people's worries. I don't know if they rely on social interactions. I've got friends that live alone. Probably would have been tough for them. But hey, it's just 5 days. You think 5 days is hard? Try to do 3 fucking months like we had to do. 5 days? When it came, I was like, this ain't Papa's first rodeo, But I hope everyone's lockdown was enjoyable. For some of my friends, it was good because we needed a break, especially in my industry, to kind of catch you up to speed if you haven't been following along. Sorry, I'm just checking my focus. I think I'm still out of fucking focus. This one-man show thing, god damn, I need a producer for this shit. Yeah, for a lot of my friends, and myself included, we've been pretty fucking flat out since lockdown ended last year, which has been fantastic. It's been great. Don't get it fucked up, but we're definitely not conditioned to it. And I think I've said this before in another podcast episode, but if you are wanting to get into the film industry in Melbourne, now's the best chance to do it, because there is literally too much work going around and not enough crew. There are still shoots struggling to get all the crew that they need to get the fucking job done. Which is great. So if you're wanting to come to this world, welcome. We have cake and we have a corner to cry in when we have to deal with difficult clients. But yeah, no, really sick if you want to get into the film industry. There's a lot of shit going around. But yeah, for a lot of friends, this 5 days just meant a break, a breather, which is good. It was great for me because it's been things that I've been trying to do that I set myself out to do. But obviously no one was expecting it to be this hectic. It's been a bit shit trying to get any kind of time off, but been taking the 5 days to upskill myself, challenge myself a bit. So because I'm going to have to level with you guys, and I'm just venting for a split second, but it's a good thing, okay? Clients are fucking nuts now, and in a good way. Okay, all right. So I personally am blaming this on like things like TikTok. So TikTok, you can add all these crazy effects and shit, and transitions and whatever. Like for what like used to take a while to do in an editing program, you can do it in 3 clicks in TikTok. So a lot of clients are kind of expecting that now because they're like, well, you can do it on TikTok, so why can't you just do it on the editing program? And it's like, well, fuck, you're right. So I've spent the last like 5 days kind of upskilling myself, which is good. Complacency is never a good thing, and I definitely have felt like I've been getting complacent. So it's been a great challenge. I've been learning about After Effects, and it's probably, I've lost count the amount of times I've tried to learn After Effects and I've just given up because like, when you look at like a transition, welcome to Nerd Hour, by the way, if you want to know shit about the film industry. If you want to do like a cool transition, right? Most of the time in Premiere Pro, most NLEs, you can just do it pretty quick. But for something that looks really simple, it takes like 5 different fucking steps. And granted, yeah, it only takes like probably 10 minutes to do it. But if you're doing multiple of those things in a video, time fucking stacks up. But I'm glad I've been doing it. I feel like I've been back at fucking film school, which I dreaded so much. But it's been good. It's been good. I'm trying to future-proof myself in this new climate, because when I was up and coming in the film industry, people were saying, they're like, you know, it was very old school still. They're like, don't figure out one part of the industry that you love and just stick to that. So whether it be editing, camera, writing, producing, fucking whatever, just stick to that world. But I thought, times are changing, tech is changing, I'm going to fucking get onto this and learn a lot more. And that's basically how I built my career, because I was kind of, I knew something about everything in the film, in the different departments, except for like hair and makeup and wardrobe. And yeah, so I'm glad I did that, because that managed to get me a lot of work. And a lot of these smaller scale jobs where people don't have the fucking budget to have a full crew or anything like that. But this next step is to kind of future-proof myself when it comes to higher end shit. So yeah, it's been good. That's basically what I've been doing for the last 5 days. I've done like 4 hours of video training, which is fucking nuts, like when you think about it in that perspective. So yeah, it's been so fucking cheers to that. Anyways, I've also been studying. I know. Don't fucking at me. I know you're sick of hearing this. I've also been studying a lot about the stock market. I am balls deep into this shit now. I am a stock bro. I don't know. I've said it before, but I'm just really interested in internet money, letting your money make your money, all that type of shit. I've been really interested in that, and it's been crazy seeing some of the money people make. It's essentially just educated gambling. That's literally all it is. Because some people make a shitload of money, people lose a shitload of money. I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it again anyway, because it's a funny as fuck story. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, actually, welcome. It's great to have you. We're a small bunch of community here. We've got like some cool people around. Got an email address, matesratespod@gmail.com. If you ever want to shoot me a funny story or something you want me to talk about, shoot it through. I've also got Instagram, Mates Rates Podcast on Instagram. All right, now we've got the plugs out of the way. Let's get back to it. So I said that people have lost a lot of money. And at the height of the GameStop situation, this dude was so adamant, right? So adamant that GameStop was going to go fucking bananas and he was going to become filthy fucking rich, that he put his entire investment portfolio, which is $1 million, all on GameStop. The next day, it crashed, and he lost $700,000 overnight. Could you imagine seeing that? unfold? Like, surely he would have had to put a stop loss in there. He would have had to, because that's just too much money to lose. Maybe he set it to like, if he lost $250,000, he would pull out. But and if he didn't, oh god, fuck, that's crazy. Oh shit, my cat's vomiting. My cat's vomiting. I don't know if that picked up on the microphone. So for those who don't know, my wife and I own a cat, and for our really close friends, you know, he makes a really funny noise when he vomits, and he just made that noise, and I froze. I wonder if that noise came up over the microphone and go, lol, lol, lol. So yeah, welcome to the intermission of my cat vomiting during my podcast. So yeah, he seems okay. Oh god, welcome to owning a cat. Anyways, yeah, so having someone lose that amount of money would be fucking ridiculous. I wouldn't know what to do if I woke up. Well, you'd see it in real time if you were like open on the stock market. Anyways, so this does have a fucking story to it. I'm not just keep talking about stock bro shit, but I'm kind of transitioning into this with YouTube channels that take fucking forever to get to the point. And stock trading is probably the worst for it, especially kind of here in Australia with their different, like, I don't know, like our different stock trading options compared to America and shit. America is a way more fucking straightforward situation, okay? You just sign up and you put money in and whatever. In Australia, there's all different things. You got to get like a chess number. You've got to fucking put in like a minimum buy-in of like $500 and all this other different like legislation shit, so people don't just put in like small amounts of money. It's not as much as a free market here. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, all these videos are painfully boring, right? And they take fucking forever to get to the point, you know? It's basically like this podcast. I take forever to get to the point. I drag out the time because that's what I want to do. Anyways, so I saw this video that goes for about 15 minutes about dividend stocks, okay? So basically, and I'm just teaching you this to give you context of what the fuck I'm talking about. So dividend stocks is basically stock that pays you a percentage of the price as like a gesture of goodwill from the company. They might be like, oh shit, okay, we've done well this quarter. We'll give you like 3% of dividends or some shit like that. So that's what it is. So I saw a video that goes for 15 minutes about that. And I'm like, dude, it does not need to be 15 minutes, okay? I literally just explained what it was in like 10 seconds, okay? I've written down my pitch of how to explain this shit. It's like, oh, hey, this is my YouTube impression. This whole video just needs to be, hey, if you want to earn X amount per month, you can invest X amount into a stock at this value that pays you Y percentage. And that's it. That's it. That's all you need to know. But they fucking go on forever, just like this podcast. But so yeah, the shit can be so straightforward, but it's not. So my solution to these videos, and this is what I've been doing for my courses as well, and I fucking flew through my courses doing this. I just watched it at 1.5 times speed. I was sped that shit up. I was like, come on, get to the point. I'm a fast learner here. I can take this shit in. So that's how I learn, if you want to know. I'm really impatient, but I'm also like a fast learner in that kind of essence sort of thing. Say for example, with my filmmaking courses that I've been doing, so I have it here on my laptop and then here on my iMac. I just follow along with the program open, so that way I don't have to switch back and forth from tabs. I can just have this playing and that editing. Very privileged, I know. I'm very happy to have that kind of setup here. But it's just been great because I've been 1.5 speed there, editing there, and I can just kind of fly through it, which has been really good. Anyways, moving on. All right, Super Bowl. That's also something that fucking happened in the 5 days that was. And I'm not here to talk about the weekend. I'm not talking about, I don't even know who the fuck played. I know Tom Brady was in there, and I really know who Tom Brady is. because everyone just fucking talks about Tom Brady, football, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know the teams that played. I don't know nothing about it. No, I'm not going to talk about the fucking weekend memes of the dude running through the hallway of mirrors. It's like, okay, cool. It's just like Bernie Sanders sitting. Oh, old man sits everywhere. Ha, good joke. Anyways, and that was like with the Conor McGregor fight, with Conor McGregor knocked out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, fighter sleeps everywhere. Ha, ha, ha. Like, cool. If you want to know how I feel about those memes. Anyways, so I'm going to talk about something, again, related to the film industry, and I hope some people find this funny, but I don't know why. I've spoken to a few people about this, and they don't find it as funny as I do, but anyway, so there's basically, like, you can get filters for your lenses, right? So I can put a filter over this lens and it can make things look all starry or like a fucking kaleidoscope even. They've become very trendy in the last couple of years. And there's a couple of big companies that do it, but the company I'm going to be talking about in particular is so there's two companies in the US that... All right, I'm going to backtrack. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. So there's this main guy that I've kind of been following on and off as like a filmmaker for a while. He was like really good. Like, his shit's really good. I'm not going to knock him on that. But, you know, there's people that just get to the point in their career where they get a taste of success and all of a sudden they're a motivational speaker. Fuck, those people annoy me. And he became one of those people. So I kind of stopped following him after that. I kind of kept up with just the film work, but I couldn't keep up with the whole, like, I became a millionaire as a filmmaker and you can too, and this is how. And it's literally just like bottom of the barrel advice of just like, oh, just dedicate more time to it. Doing this. It's like, fuck, no shit, Sherlock. Like, it's like, so, I don't know. That's a whole another rant for another day. So anyways, what this dude did, because he's all about income and multiple sources of income and every other fucking type of entrepreneur that you see on YouTube, he made a lens filter company, which is cool. You know, they're pretty affordable. I know people that have them and they rate them. And yeah, they're good lenses. So at the Super Bowl, during the halftime performance of the weekend, he posted a video of those filters being used at the Super Bowl. And he did the whole, this started in my garage and now I'm at the fucking Super Bowl, baby, woo, kind of thing. Like, really over the top. And look, honestly, dude, all the props to you. If you fucking started something from the ground up and you got to that level, props to you. You know, I'm not knocking you for that. But he was having a huge victory lap online. Do you know what the fucking funny part was? It wasn't his lenses. They weren't his fucking filters. Another company came out and said, hey, that's not right. These are our filters because we provided them to the camera crew directly. And, honestly, I'll give it to the guy. He apologized online and was like, I'm so sorry. It was actually this company and blah, blah. But it didn't stop there. They kind of went back and forth for a little bit. And then this other person, because the thing is, like, because he was doing his huge victory lap, a lot of people were posting about it and like giving him props and all this shit, because obviously he's got like a pretty big following. So the other company were ramping up, reposting all the people that were calling him out, saying it's not his filters, it's these people filters. And that just kind of kept the tension going for a while. And then after that, people started calling this original dude out. I'm not naming names. You can kind of figure out yourself if you want to go online and have a look. The original guy I was telling you about, they started calling him out, being like, I've worked with him on set before and he's this and he's that. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Do you know what the funny part about this is? Who the fuck cares? Who fucking cares? And I get it when it comes to business and integrity and all that type of shit. But honestly, dude, who the fuck cares? It's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't know, man. People just turn like little things into a fucking novel when they shouldn't. Just keep your fucking mouth shut about these things. I don't know. Like, I see these types of things happening. I see fucking photographers and videographers calling each other out on different techniques and styles, and I'm like, honestly, man, stop wasting your fucking time. Then no one gives a fuck, okay? No one cares about what you feel about this and that. Obviously, there are like a lot of problems in our industry. You know, there's undercutting and blah, blah, blah. And it's probably like, if there's like a fucking creepy photographer or some shit like that, then yeah, by all means, call that shit out. But when it comes to just petty things like this, man, who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter. Maybe that's because I'm getting older. I actually like, I forgot who it was now, but I was like watching a fucking stream or listening to a podcast, and someone said, man, you get to like 30 and you just stop giving a fuck about shit. And it's literally where I'm at now. I'm not 30. 30's around the corner though. 29 young. But I'm like at that point where I just, it doesn't matter. None of this shit cares, you know? There was obviously a point where I did care. I felt like there was a lot on the line when it came to my business, my integrity, and all that type of shit, my reputation. When I was like on the come up, I guess, but honestly, like no one gives a fuck. Like, that's what I mean. I think that's where I'm kind of at with this complacency level as well. I've learned that, you know, where my skill set was, that got me to X point, but that doesn't fucking cut it anymore. And I don't owe anyone shit, and no one owes me shit. Whatever the fuck that saying is, you know, like, no one owes me anything. All right? I could be fucking hot, and then next minute not. All right? So no one owes me in fucking anything. So that's why I'm like doing this stuff to upskill and whatnot, and just trying to future-proof myself a little bit. Because, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm like 10 years into my career and I really still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. On a technical aspect, I know what I'm doing, but when it comes to my actual career, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just taking work as it comes, and trying to do my cool, like my fun creative projects on the side. And yeah, just figuring out as it goes. And honestly, I'm cool with that. You know, I know some people really kind of, they want this and they want that, but I'm like, man, I don't care. Anyways, moving on. That was my funny little thing for that. Anyways, so if you want to have a laugh at that, have a laugh. If not, that's fine. I'm going to go into shit that we watched during the lockdown. Now, the first thing that kind of came out, I think it was the day of the lockdown or the day after the lockdown. I don't know, some shit like that. Or when this 5-day debacle started, the documentary about the Cecil Hotel came out. I don't know if people have heard of it or seen it. It's a documentary on Netflix, and it's like a 4-part series, I think, something like that. Pretty short, 45-minute episodes, kind of straight to the point, but don't waste your fucking time. It's about that girl that like disappeared in the hotel, and then she was found on the water tanks on the roof. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with that documentary. That documentary could have been a fucking YouTube video. Literally could have been a YouTube video. But one thing I will say, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but basically it's one of those documentaries where something gets put online in terms of evidence, and people kind of run with it, all right? If you've seen Don't Fuck With Cats, that is something that happened in a positive way. You know, these people on the internet took this seriously when the police didn't, and they found this person, and he ended up killing people and blah, 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 and the people on the internet figured it out, and good on them, you know, props to them. But this is a prime example of why that's fucking dangerous. So, and I'm kind of getting fired up with this, but I'm going to try and keep it chill. But there's a good segment after this, so ride with me, okay, folks? So in this documentary, the LAPD released CCTV footage because the girl was still missing. The video went fucking bananas, and everyone thought, because the Cecil Hotel has this reputation of fucking murders and suicides, that she was drugged, because it's like in Skid Row in downtown LA. And everyone thought, oh, she got drugged, or she was like possessed because all this fucking murders and shit happened. It ran deep on the fucking internet, which is kind of like good in some aspects, bad in a lot of aspects. And the police in the documentary say how bad it was because they kept getting calls about like what people thought happened. So I might spoil it to should I give? Just wondering. It's not that much to spoil, really, of like how it actually happened. So basically, I'm not going to tell you how it happened, but all I'm going to say, it was a fucking cold hard, closed case. Figured it out. It was pretty straightforward. It wasn't anything too absurd. Definitely not worthy of a 4-part series. Fucking Netflix documentary. So what happened was these people on the internet started trying to figure out who could have done it if she got murdered, you know? Who could have done it? And they pinned it on this death metal dude who visited the hotel a year prior to this girl being there. They thought he murdered her because of a YouTube video he posted being at the hotel. And it's like, how do you not check the fucking date of the video? It's literally right fucking underneath the thing, you know? Like, it's right there. So he's this dude from Mexico. He's a death metal dude, and you know, the songs are about death metal shit, fucking killing people and slaying and just dark shit, okay? The internet went after him, and he was at the time recording an album or whatever, and you know what, it doesn't matter if he was going to be the next fucking Slipknot or whatever. The problem was these people ruined this guy's fucking life. And I personally feel like there needs to be justice for this guy, because he said in the documentary he tried to take his own life and he's never touched music ever since because of this whole situation. And this guy was clearly passionate about it. And I'm like, these fucking bozos on the internet just see someone that's in death metal. It's exactly like, okay, probably a shit example, but it's exactly like the 90s with Marilyn Manson and all the mums being like, oh, he's so fucked up and stuff. Okay, spoiler alert, he was fucked up, but you get my fucking point here, okay? Like, it was kind of like me listening to punk and hardcore music growing up and stuff. Like my family were kind of concerned about my well-being listening to that kind of music. And I feel like if you fucked with any of that kind of alternative music world, you probably were in the same boat if you had like a conservative family growing up. So that is my point of, it's annoying because the case was a, closed case. They figured it out and everything kind of moved on. And everyone on the internet moved on. Their lives fucking moved on. But he didn't. His life is still fucking ruined. And this is what annoys me about cancel culture. And people just read into shit way too much. I've seen shit happen before in the music industry that is a witch hunt online, straight up. Stuff that's just based on, false claims and whatever, and it's ruined people's lives. And it's like, okay, well, the flavor of the week is gone. The next headline's here about the fucking Kardashians or whatever, so we've just forgotten about it. But those people's lives are still fucking ruined. So, I don't know. As you can tell, I'm pretty passionate about cancel culture and how fucked it is. So anyways, don't waste your time with the documentary, or do waste your time with it. It's definitely not worth 4 hours, that's for sure. I feel like they should not have included the part about the internet people, because that was a big chunk of the documentary and it didn't fucking matter in the end. Anyways, the final thing we've been watching during this lockdown. Oh, fuck. I literally can't believe I'm about to fucking talk about this. Started watching Ink Masters. Now, pause, before you go any fucking further, before you fucking exit out of this shit. Just hear me out. All right? Just hear me out. So, as you can tell, I've got a couple of tats. I've been getting tattooed for like 10 years now. If you haven't been tattooed before, you haven't been in the tattoo industry, Ink Masters is the worst example of the tattoo industry. It is the complete irrelevant. It's like the furthest thing from what tattooing actually is. And I thought, because it came out like in 2012 or some shit, I was like, oh, okay, cool. We're past the LA ink, the fucking New York ink, the Miami ink kind of fucking world. You know, we're past the whole, what is it? It's like the whole, someone comes in, oh, I want a whole sleeve. Yeah, okay, cool. Just go get a coffee and I'll have a whole sleeve drawn up for you and we can get it done in a day. Doesn't happen, folks. As you can tell, I'm getting my sleeve done and it's taking many sessions over many months. So, yeah, it's just giving this false sense of what tattooing actually is, like the tattoo industry. And I thought, because we were past that era of those tattoo shows, when Ink Masters came around, I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I was like, I knew the main thing of it. It's like, okay, it's a tattoo show where people are judged on their tattoos, which I can understand to an extent, but at the end of the day, it's all subjective. I see pieces that I think, that's fucking shit. I'd never get that tattooed on me, but some people really praise it, and that's okay. That's just how it is. It's the same as film, photography, fucking whatever. But, so I found it weird from the get-go, but I didn't know how weird it was until I started watching it. So, there are so many fucking weird things about this documentary. Not documentary, show, I guess, reality show. So, the first thing is, they get artists to tattoo things that they're not used to. And they're like, you do trad, but you can't do realism? You're not a real tattoo artist. I'm sorry, but you go to an artist for a specific style, you know? Like, shout out to my boy Nick, who's currently doing my sleeve. He specializes in neo-trad. I wanted a neo-trad sleeve. I'm going to him because he fucking smashes it. My whole torso is really solid, nice, black trad. Old school kind of trad. My boy Smitho, Aaron Smith, has been doing that. And I go to him because that's his style. I'm going to these people because that's their style, okay? And I don't know how well versed they are in portraiture, but compared to like a dedicated portrait artist, they're probably not as good, you know? And I'm not trying to fucking talk shit about them, but I'm just saying like where their strengths lay. It's like me in my industry, you know? Like I know everything about filmmaking, but my strengths lay in directing and editing. Sure, I know how to set up a camera, I know how to set up lights, I know how to set up a microphone, I know how to do all that shit, but not compared to what other people do, okay? Got it? We're all on the same page? Good. So, that's the other thing that I found fucking weird. It's kind of giving unrealistic expectations to what people think the tattoo industry is actually like. And what they actually do is they bring people on and say, these are your human canvases? The fuck is that? Human canvases? They're clients. That's what you call them. They're not a thing. They're a person. So they're a client. I don't understand where the human canvases word kind of came from. Like, fuck, man, there is so much. And the challenges are weird. They're like, we need you to do like someone will come in and be like, I want my head completely tattooed. And they say, and this is the thing, right? The clients getting tattooed are the ones that say what they want. So some people will be like, I want a half sleeve or some shit like that. And then the judges are like, cool. Your challenge is to do a whole head or do these pieces in 5 hours. Do them in 5 hours. What? Like the judges should know that this shit takes time, and if you rush it, it's gonna look shit. I'm struggling so much to fathom what's kind of going on. Like, my sleeve got lined in 5 hours, just the line work, and people want a whole, and like, they're letting the clients make these calls. It's weird. The weirdest one that we've seen so far, and I'm kind of dedicated to the show about how fucking ridiculous this is. This guy wanted his full head tattooed, and then he ended up on the day saying, no, I don't like the design. I want something different. I want this. I want that. It was really picky, and then ended up wanting it on his thigh instead, something like that. So he wasted 2 hours, and then the judge was like, all right, you got 4 hours to do this massive piece. What the fuck is wrong with this show? Like, as you can tell, I'm expressing my frustration because if you've been around tattoo shops, that's not how this shit works. Like, you go to an artist that you trust, you say you want this done, they do it, and they say it's going to take X amount of time to do it, and you get it done, you know? Okay, I'll be honest. There are some shit people out there in terms of ripping you off. My first tattoo, I got ripped off fucking massively, I think. I had paid, it was like a 45-minute tattoo, and I got charged like $400 for it. I learnt my lesson, and not long after that, I started working in a tattoo shop as a shop bitch. So yeah, I learnt the hard way. Well, yeah, those are my frustrations with these kind of tattoo shows. But I'm invested. I'm invested about how ridiculous this is. You know, I made this tweet where I was like, what are they going to do next? They say, you have to adapt to any environment thrown at you. So for this challenge, you're going to be doing a full back piece while bungee jumping. You have 30 minutes to complete your challenge. Like, this is not how tattoo shops work. But anyways, that's my that was my kind of rant for what I've kind of been watching. Other than that, just fucking YouTube shit. Like, I watch more YouTube than anything anyways. But anyways, I'm gonna kind of wrap this up now. I know that I said in the last episode, if you listened, that I was gonna get into like my hood rich stories, which I might do next week now that I had to put in the lockdown section in and kind of switch it up a bit. So story time will probably get shifted to next week, which I'm kind of excited about because it kind of gives me more time to prep the stories I want to tell you about. I've got some pretty funny shit if you want to hear about that. So tune in next week for that. Unless we have another fucking hectic lockdown or whatever. But I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to get Souls. If you're from Melbourne, go get a sandwich from Souls. I've repped them before. They're fucking incredible. Go get a sandwich from Souls. Really good people doing good shit. But yeah, thank you for another episode, I guess. Let's wrap it up. So, thank you for Melbourne for toughening out for the 5 days. We can finally get back to work. Oh, that was something else I didn't mention. It kind of fucked me as well because I had to I had a big shoot booked in and it was supposed to be today. And now it's been shifted till next week, which is fine. It's just like annoying when you do all this prep and everything gets pushed back. So I've got other things in the works that got pushed back, but it's fine. It literally is what it is. Like, I'm not fucking complaining. But yeah, the vaccine came as well. So I'm going to be doing Mrs. Doubtfire, dressing up as an old lady and kicking people out of the way to get in front of the line for that. So if you hear a story on the news about someone trying to be Mrs. Doubtfire to get vaccinated, it's not me. It's somebody else that had the exact same idea as me. So cheers to that. All right. So thank you again for tuning into another episode of the Mace Race podcast. If you did enjoy this episode, please, for the love of fucking God, if you're still listening to me rambling right now, go on iTunes and rate it for me. Just give me a 5-star rating. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching the video version, hey, what's up? How you doing? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Honestly, I can't stress this enough. As a small creator, someone that like loves to do this, if you love what I'm doing, these are the bare minimum things you can do to help me out, because I don't know, it'd be cool to kind of grow this one day. But either way, I'm really stoked just to sit here once a week and chat to you all lovely motherfuckers. All right. And then other than that, I'll see you all fucking next week. All right, bye.